Hi YouTube, this is JJ714 coming at you. Let me apologize in advance for my previous video. I actually recorded this video. My camera, for some odd reason, is acting unusual again. About investing in another camera, but I'm going to try to redo this right quick. And again, I apologize. I did load the video because it appeared that it took, and then for odd reason it just didn't do what I expected it to do. But the name of this video is Hairlista'S 3+ inches in 7 weeks. It's basically Hairdrenaline portion challenge. And what this is before I talk about the Hairlista'S challenge, the person on YouTube that inspired this challenge, her name is OhValerieMonCherie OhValerieMonCherie. And she did a video on March the 20th. It's 2 parts, part 1 and 2, about making your own black castor oil. What she used in her portion to make her castor oil, and if you go to her her channel, you will actually find the videos, and she explains exactly how she did her portions. But basically, what happened with this particular regimen or recipe that she has, she grew 3+ inches of hair in 7 weeks. What she used, and this measurement that I'm giving you, the recipe, is measurements per 16 ounces of castor oil. She used castor oil. She had, I believe it was either a half a gallon or a gallon size container. She used 45 cut black tea bags. She used a half a large bottle of Cayenne pepper. She used 30 biotin pills, blended or powdered form. She had used 2 to 4 drops of onion seed oil and 1 to 2 drops of garlic seed oil. And her note is that you're to use 2 to 1 ratio of onion seed oil to garlic seed oil. Now, she said the results is a rich, potent, dark castor oil miracle hair grower. And this is what she says is Jamaican Black Castor Oil on steroids. So what I did was, a friend of mine's on Hairlista'S yesterday, she had sent me email or personal mail about what she had done. Now this was separate from what this young lady did, but basically she got about an inch growth in 19 days. And her regimen or her portion or mix that she made, she used extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin I believe coconut oil. She used castor oil and red cayenne pepper, and she used some peppermint oil. I believe there was something else that she used. Sulfur. She also used sulfur. And she did not feel comfortable doing the video or going out on this particular challenge on Hairlista'S because she felt like people may be, because some people can be very, they just are really, I say call it mean-spirited. But I feel like if I go to somebody's page and maybe I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing or something that they're doing, I won't necessarily, my best thing is I don't even respond. I don't say anything. Because I feel like what works for that person, it works for them. If you don't want to try it, then don't try it. But don't knock what someone else is doing. At least they're trying to do something. So, but she did send us a message, myself and a few other ladies on this, just to let us know what she did, if we were interested in trying it, and so forth. But another one of my friends on YouTube, hey Shay, she had mentioned to me about the Hairlista'S, the 3 inches in 7 weeks, because as most of you know, I am interested in trying to grow my natural hair out more, because I love my natural hair. I have a very curly texture. My texture is like a 4A, 4B. My hair is growing, but I have a lot of shrinkage. So for me right now, growth is important because the more that my hair grows, I will be able to do things with my hair that I'm not able to now. I sort of make it or explain it like I used to wear my hair short sometimes when I was younger, and I knew that my hair was going to grow back, so I really wasn't in big stage or anything like that. And one of the last times I remember getting my hair cut was right after I had my daughter. I think she was about 7 months old, and I just got it all chopped off on the sides and the back because I figured, I'm a new mom, my hair is still growing, it'll grow back, and it did. But now with natural hair, I know that I cannot do the same things with it, so I'm actually trying to be on a quest to grow my hair more so that I will be able to do more things or have more options to, wear my natural hair out. But what I did was I actually adjusted my portion for this particular portion. Now on Hairlista'S, you can make your own, which is what I just explained to you. And if you want to see it, or on YouTube, Miss OhValerieMonCherie, she actually goes through the steps of making the portion. So you have the option of either on Hairlista'S, you can make your own portion based on Miss OhValerieMonCherie's instructions, or you can purchase it. And I'm not sure, I believe 4 ounce is like $8, almost $9, plus the tax, I believe, or the shipping is like $4.99. Well, I was actually considering making my own based on what she did, but when I went online this morning to check out how much the onion seed oil was, I don't even think you got 4 ounces. It may have been a little bit more than 4 ounces. It was close to $13, and that was not including the shipping. So I decided, you know what, I have some of the ingredients, but I can go ahead and adjust it to what I need and what I have so that, if it doesn't work for me, I won't feel like I'm out anything. But if I decide that it's something that really works, that it does what, everybody has been raving that it does, and I'm sure it does because they have the proof. If it works for me, then I might eventually invest in purchasing the oil or purchasing the ingredients that I need so that I can make my own oil again. But what I did, and I just want you to see, this is what mine look like. I just poured a little bit in the jar so you can see. It's sort of red. I actually put it back into one of the first jars. I started keeping my black Jamaican castor oil jars simply for this purpose. Whenever I get oils that I need to put in a darker color bottle, instead of me purchasing bottles, I just use the bottles that I've already had. It's called recycle. So what I did was I used 4 ounces of Jamaican Black Castor Oil. I used 2 ounces of my, this castor oil is Hexane free and certified. I use my grounded, McCormick's grounded cayenne red pepper. I use hemp oil. I use garlic powder. I use onion powder. I use the super potent Biotin 5000 mcg. And I use some lemon essential oils. Now, I had one young lady on Hairlista'S after I made a comment about how I adjusted my oils. She asked, with me using the powder and the powders for the garlic, onions, how did my portion smell? Well, I could tell you it smells more like the Jamaican Black Castor Oil and the lemon. I do smell a little garlic, but it's not that much. And this is still a little, to me, it's still a little thick. So what I have not done, and I purposely decided that I wasn't going to use the tea this time, because I do tea rinses with the a verdict regimen, which I'm going to start back doing this summer. But I remember that I had put some rosemary leaf tea, as well as some horse shaven leaf, and there was one other one that I used that I think it was nettle leaf that I put in here to infuse. I put this in back in the beginning of March because one of my other YouTube friends, she had given me a recipe to infuse this and then make it so I could use it as a spritz on my face. I forgot all about it because I've been using witch hazel and some homemade rose water that I made for my face, so as a toner, so I didn't think about this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use strain this, and I will be using this tea to infuse with my mixture, and I'm going to do that tonight, and I'll probably have to end up adding more castor oil, more of the other ingredients to even out the strength of it. And I'm sure I'm going to have, with this tea in there, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more than what I had. But my goal in doing this is the difference is I'm going to continue to do the Real Queens regimen, because I have been getting excellent results using the Real Queens regimen on my hair. If you can remember, I started the Real Queens, I think, about the 2nd of March. And my hair, just from, I could just say my hair started out like here. It's down here now, over my eyebrow now. So, and that's just since March. And it's like, what, the 23rd of May now. So I've been really getting really good results using the Real Queen. So that's my goal, is to continue to use my mixture as my Real Queen regimen oil. So I will be oiling my hair and not my scalp. And in the regimen, they require you to oil your scalp. So I won't be oiling my scalp. Now, there was one young lady, I want to mention this, on Hairlista'S. She said that her hair became very brittle and dry, and it was even breaking. Now, ladies, it's important that you moisturize. So I'm not sure if it's just one of the ingredients, and that's why I said I'm sort of skeptical about putting the oils in the oven and letting it, because you have to put it in and let it infuse. What you put in, according to Miss OhValerieMonCherie, you put in that you pour in the castor oil in a dish. I'm assuming it's a glass dish that she was using. She put the oil in the container, which I believe she put 32 ounces of oil. It might have been a little bit more, but I believe there was 32 ounces of oil. She then cut the 40, I think she used 50 bags of black tea bags. She cut those bags open and poured the tea into the castor oil. Then she took the half a large bottle of cayenne pepper and put it in the mixture. Then she took broke open the 30 biotin pills, and she blended those items up, those ingredients up, and then she put it in the oven and she let it stay in for 5.5 hours. Now, note, she said that do not leave it in over 5.5 hours, because if you do, it's going to be ruined. It's going to stink. It's going to be ranchy or whatever. So don't do that. Now, the other thing that she also mentioned, well, I'll get back to that point, but after the 5.5 hours, and she put her temperature on, I believe it was 200 degrees, she took it out. The oil was very hot, and she said to let it cool some. And then she put the 2 to 4 drops of onion seed oil, and she put the 1 to 2 drops of garlic seed oil in, and she stirred that in. Then she took a big cup, she took a cheesecloth and stuck it inside the cup and poured the liquid off. Of course, after she poured the liquid off, there was still the tea leaves that was at the bottom, because they had basically sunk to the bottom and stuck to the bottom of her container. And after she got maybe about 3/4 of a 16-ounce jar which I believe she used an older, looked like it was a jar that she might have had like extra virgin coconut oil in. And she poured that oil in, and it came up to about 3/4 of that container. She then took the cheesecloth. After she squeezed the excess from that, she took the actual tea leaves and scraped it into the cheesecloth, and then she let it set for a few minutes, and then she squeezed the remaining of the juice out of that leaf. And with the remainder of the juice that she got, or the oils that she got out of that, that actually took it up to about 16 ounces. She may have had a 32-ounce container, but I think it was like 16 ounces. But my thing is, and she did mention too, that not to try to use a regular onion and garlic to try to make your own juice, because it would, give a raunchy smell or whatever. But like I said, I decided I'm on a budget, and I decided that I was going to try the onion powder and the garlic powder, because I felt like if I was using cayenne powder, there's no reason why I can't use the powder form of those ingredients. And as long as I feel that you use essential oil or something like that, it's not going to be too raunchy. So basically, I'm going to try to do another video tonight when I actually put the use the actual ingredient, because I want to measure my hair so that I can come back probably in 2 weeks, because there have been ladies who have said that they've actually gotten an inch of growth in 2 weeks. That's just how good it is. Now, as far as I understand, you can use more if you want to make. You can make it as super potent as you want to. You know your hair better than anybody else. So if your body can take it, take it. But again, I'm not going to heat my oil up as far as heating the oil up. What I will do is, because I did put my portion, or my I call it portion, but mixture, in the refrigerator because of the hemp oil. Because I wasn't for sure would the hemp oil spoil or not, because I normally keep it in the refrigerator. But what happened was, when I went to take it out to show you, it has solidified. And so what it's going to boil down to, I'm going to have to warm it up like I would a hot oil treatment anyway. So what I will do is, probably before I get ready to use it, maybe in half an hour before, I'm going to boil some hot water and set it in, and just pour out what I think I will need for my hair. And then I'll just stick it back in the refrigerator. And it's about, with that, I have, before putting in the tea, I have about 16 ounces. I mean, it was full. So I know once I put the tea in and some more extra ingredients, I'm going to have a little bit more. So I'll probably actually end up putting that in an application bottle and using my application bottle to apply it to my hair. So my plan this evening is to wash my hair. I was thinking about co-washing, but I think I'm going to wash it. And deep condition it and all that good stuff. And then when I get ready to put on the portion, I will come back so that you can see my hair without anything in it. And then I'll do a quick measurement and I'm not going to use a measuring tape because my hair will be wet. So I will just use my face marker or whatever. And then I will come back probably in 10 days to just let you see if there's been any, significant change or not. So I'm hoping this video comes through okay. And with that, I'm going to say talk to you later. And if I don't do a video tonight, I will come back and tell you what my hair felt like. Because some people said that they felt tingling. Other people said they didn't feel anything. Cayenne pepper is hot, so I guess that might be where the tingle comes from. So with that, I'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.